Hello, beautiful YouTube. Hello, beautiful YouTube. It is Emily. I hope you're having a wondrous moment. It's pretty late at night right here where I am at this time, but I wanted to pre-record a video that I could post in about a week's time because I'm headed for a 40th birthday trip. 40, whoa. I can't believe I'm 40. And in many ways I feel 40 or like really like 150, but also I don't feel 40 at all. So it's a strange feeling. As I was like thinking about what I would like to share, I decided that I would want to share the message that I feel I have the ability to share based on these 40 years that I have lived in this life as Emily. And my life has had some really unexpected twists and turns that I could have never even foreseen with my consciousness, the level of consciousness that I once occupied. But through everything, there is something that really has remained quite the same for me. And that is my love of art and poetry. And there's so many different ways you can be artistic, and different mediums of artistry definitely require and pull through different parts of what it means to be alive, embodied, vital, peaceful, joyous, feeling self-empowered. And I really think that the core message I just hope that as many people who can get to feel and experience is that the best way to know God, source, creator of all life, is to be a creator. There is no better way to become intimate and to find initiation with God, source, than to create. And creation is much like how a woman grows a baby. You know, like the woman isn't thinking like, okay, now I need to make the toe, and okay, next week we're gonna start on the eyelashes, and now, okay, time to do the jawbone and like all of that. Okay, that's not happening. It's like a state. Like, you know, I haven't grown a baby. I hope to still, even though maybe I won't this life. Whatever God wants, I'm here for it. But I have created so many things, and also practiced creating, because I think it's really important that you have to practice. And in fact, a lot of what artistry is the actual process of creating, where there's this like flow focus. You know, it's like Csikszentmihalyi, I'm saying that wrong, but the man who wrote the Flow book, after studying thousands upon thousands of people creating, what he found through research was that there is a state that you enter. And this is really just like a God state of being a very finely tuned, clear and pure instrument for your connection to that which is the creator, to then use you, not in a way of like being used, but in a way of like you are the pencil and God is the person drawing, and you get to feel this. And there are and have been varying levels and degrees to the way in which the pure channel of energetic frequency opens, and the creation never turns out the way the creator intends. There's always some, you know, moment of aha, or like or okay, we need to problem solve. This is not going how we expected or planned it, etc., etc. But there is an infinitude of creative solutions when you are in that state. And it seems to me through the many years of practice that the gift of inspiration is a very real thing. Inspiration, inspirare, to breathe or blow into, as the muse would inspire the poets and the musicians and the artists back in the ancient temples. And this is what we are in danger of as we traverse deeper and deeper into the simulation of artificial intelligence. You know, it's like people might actually think that they wrote a poem when they didn't. A computer did. But they think oh, I wrote a poem. I'm being creative. But it's like, no, did your brain, did your hand, did your nervous system, did your eyes, did your ears, did your heart, did your soul, did you do it? Did you get the experience of connecting to that divine source creator in order to do that? And, you know, if I was using AI to create at this time, one thing I would absolutely do is say, I used AI to create this. I would not want to put my name on any single thing and say, I did this, if I had used AI for moral reasons, for spiritual reasons, and for reasons that I feel like many people cannot comprehend at this time in terms of transhumanism and allowing different species to have access to you. And one thing I have absolutely learned in my 30s is that the type of inspiration you're receiving is something that you as a creator get to actually define and choose boundaries for. And so if I could offer any advice as 40-year-old Emily Jane Motzkus, here's what I would like to tell anybody who really is invested in knowing themselves as part of one fractal. Okay, I'm not saying that you are God, but I am saying that you are a fractal of God's source creator, and you are in a body on earth which gives you actual authority over the world of disembodied. And therefore, it is quite a position of creative. It's like, I want to say the word power, but I have learned that power is not what we think power is. Okay, my last video was a little bit about this, but it's like real power is just being the purest, clearest, most open-hearted, most neutral-minded observer for what actual power is flowing through you, and then being in service to and in devotion to that beautiful divine thing that then moves through you. And so for that requires all types of things that you have to take responsibility for your life to get yourself out of all the ways that we in this society are not clear instruments that are finely tuned to the energies, the frequencies, and the vibrations of that which is in complete alignment to God Source Creator's benevolent divine will. And it can be tempting in a world that has, poo-slinging files being shown for you to think like, what? Like, how would God let this happen? But the better answer is, how did humans get so far removed and tricked and delusion and deluded from God Source Creator's true essence, which is creative, which is all-knowing, all sensing, all feeling, all hearing, all seeing, omnipotent, all powerful. And so what we need at this time in our Aquarian revolution for what will be the future of humanity, because the future is human. At least that's the timeline I, Emily, am lining up to, the organic timeline, through my own choices and actions and thoughts and words. And of course, anybody who wants to choose this organic ascension process, as we talk about on here, the way that we do this and the way that we will end up on a timeline and in a place where there aren't poo-slingers that think that we're their bitches and they can just, cast some black magic on the collective and everybody's just gonna become a zombie and become a little cog in their giant wheel of their transhumanistic future, where humans actually de-evolve into things that look very similar to gray aliens. Okay, because in the collective Akashic record, whether you believe in Atlantis or not, we've probably already been at this precipice and moment. So do you want to go into the swirl of muck, or do you want to ascend and find and reclaim unity with God Source Creator's true essence and nature, which is benevolent and loving and kind and merciful? Okay? And we all need to be very creative. Put on our creativity, our berets, our paintbrushes. We got to get on our paint suits. We need to start making any avant-garde art that we possibly can and feel inspired and directed to by our own God Source Creator to bring to this planet to revolutionize it's like the breaking out of the matrix. Any single person wants to put you in a matrix, even if they have a really good, this is the red pill matrix, this is the blue pill matrix, which one do you want? Actually, this is the abundance matrix. You want this one? No, fucking I don't want any matrix. I don't want your blue pill matrix. I don't want your red pill matrix. I don't want your abundance matrix. I don't want a matrix. Because that which is supreme does not live in any matrix. Nobody's matrix. Put nobody on a pedestal. Agree with no one. Be your own true sovereign fractal. Think for yourself. Feel for yourself. Use your heart. You know what's right. Your body knows what's right. I saw this really disturbing thing of this man and having a conversation saying that there's no such thing as evil. And he's up here in his mind just swirling concepts about non-duality. And it's yo, bro, we live in duality. Because God can only be felt through our embodied experience. It's come out from your mind and stop philosophizing and get in your body and fill your heart. And you'll know when you're feeling God. And when you do, take that energy and create something beautiful, filled with inspiration that makes this world a better place. Because that is the way forward. And that is how I have successfully got out of every, ice storm, shit storm, fuck storm that God has sent my way in this 40 years, is just by okay, it's time to be creative. We are going to create with inspiration like we have never created with inspiration before. And I have always been able to, if I didn't start with God, find my way to God through that gift of being creative and becoming like the Creator in the image of that. Yeah. So that is my message You can send me vibes because I'm in Iceland right now. I mean, I'm not, but I will be. And I will be seeing that beautiful aurora borealis. So I look forward to seeing you all again when I'm home and sending you a really happy time. Much love.